and a great organization, Sober House, the wonderful work they do as a hospice. And so I was delighted and honored to be selected to be one of the artists to be part of it.
Get Radio Breakfast with Rich Smith.
Really looking forward to catching up with our next guest. We've been speaking all week to the fabulous artists who have done the OxTrail, painting the magnificent oxen that you've seen across the county for the last couple of months or so, and they've been absolutely magnificent. There's a last chance to see all the oxen in the Westgate this weekend, so make sure you go down and see them. But this morning, we're really honoured to be joined by local artist and illustrator, of course, of the magnificent Winnie and Wilbur series. It's Korky Paul. Good morning, Korky.
Good morning. Hi, from a very hot and sunny Greece.
Oh, well, thanks for that. Straight off the bat, thanks for that. If you see the weather here, it's just turned autumnal like that. It is a little bleak.
Nice. We like low temperatures.
Anyway, indeed. Let's chat all things OxTrail, because your beautiful oxen that you've designed with Winnie and Wilbur and the glorious stockings on it has been shown off across Oxfordshire for the last couple of months. Tell us all about how on earth you managed to paint it. How on earth this came about. It's a fabulous thing.
Well, it's a terrific project to be involved in. I was invited to join by Sober House to paint an ox, and which was a terrific idea, and it's a great organization, Sober House, the wonderful work they do as a hospice. And so I was delighted and honored to be selected to be one of the artists to be part of it. And they send you these templates, an A3 piece of paper with a profile side and front, back and rear, and then you do your design on that. And I did a couple of designs and then just realized, I think, to be bold and simple. And so I thought about Winnie, of course, and she's quite clumsy and she's always in scrapes and she's always having problems, and Wilbur's always getting caught up in her problems and escapes. So I thought what I'll do is I'll have Winnie flying, but she tries to land on the ox, or she tries to land by the ox, but she misses the ox and smacks into the ox, and poor old Wilbur gets slatted onto the front of the ox and he's hanging on for life. And so I did the rough like that, and they loved it, and they approved it. The next job was to paint it, and it was great because we painted in the Westgate shopping mall, and Westgate very kindly gave Sobel a prime store. So we were out there painting, and people could pass by and watch us painting, and that was a great way of publicizing it.
No,
but you talked about the stockings, right? The stockings of the ox.
They're great.
I had a call from a young lady, Lucy, who wanted to do some work study with me, and I said, well, I can't offer you anything. You can come make coffee for me. That's a useless thing to do. Come and bring your portfolio and we'll have a look. And then I suddenly thought, hang on, I can use this young lady to help me paint the ox. That'll be a perfect work study. And she was responsible for painting the stockings for me, and she did a magnificent job. She's lovely, absolutely wonderful job. And of course, I penciled it all in, and then we helped. And I also teach. And one of my students happened to pass by, and she stopped and took the whole Saturday morning off and helped paint the dress, I think, or the coat or something. It was and then my wife came along as well, and she did a little bit of painting.
Korky, have you done any of this, Oxford, or is it just the whole of Oxfordshire? Is that a little bit of a go on a paintbrush?
But it's so sad. I managed to go to the unveiling at BMW, and BMW was so generous in spray painting these oxen, putting it through the mini spray paint job. And then they had this big display on, and we could all see the oxen and we could all meet each other. So I managed to do that. But sadly, I missed all the other dues that they've had, and I'm going to miss the auction. But I think she has been taken down now, haven't they? Because I know the perfect spot was at the Children's Hospital at the John Radcliffe.
Yeah,
which was great.
No, it was wonderful. They're all actually being herded together. Excuse the pun.
Well, we love the puns.
No, we love them, don't we?
We're all excited.
About a pound for every time I heard that, my days. But they're all actually being herded together in the Westgate Shopping Centre this weekend. So if anyone's kind of not seen them or missed them, or like you say, not managed to get to the side business school or the children's hospital or wherever they've been across the county, the whole herd is actually going to be together in the Westgate this weekend, which is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, there's some magnificent oxen. I mean, there's some really beautiful ones. Just amazing. And it was great meeting the artists, and also we worked together in the shop in the Westgate Centre. There was about 4 or 5 of us that could fit us all in working together. So that was lovely seeing how people work, and
the diversity of all of the oxen has been absolutely incredible. And like you say, you saw it for yourself at the mini part and BMW, where such variety, such colour, and such different. It was absolutely incredible. I was just going to quickly just ask you, because I know you got a dash, but how did you find it painting something in 3D? Because normally your illustrations are magnificent and beautiful, but they're on, I'm assuming, paper, canvas.
Yeah, they're 2D.
Flat.
Yeah. I don't know. You know, you just I've done quite a few murals for schools. You know, I did a mural for a library in Oxford, a school library in Oxford, which is still, as you say, 2D. My original sketch, maybe I shouldn't be saying this. My original sketch I was going to do a steampunk ox with cogs and gears and Winnie sitting there driving it.
Wow!
Right?
Wow!
But
what could have been? What could have been?
And you know, the legs would be metal with cogs and wheels and all that kind of stuff. And I did a rough for it, and then I looked and I thought, to do this guy 3D, and I was short. I was also short of time. I was busy trying to finish a book. And do various other things, and there's all the deadlines were like end of March, so I had all this stuff to do, and but you know, it still worked out. I think it's actually better because it was a much bolder design, and also when you're working, you start adding things. So the stars that are scattered about, I added afterwards. They weren't actually on my rough, but yeah, that's what happens when you do artwork. You do your roughs, and then when you actually get to doing the finished art, other ideas start happening. And so, but it was such fun. I really enjoyed it. And the Sober House organization was superb, absolutely superb. And they were so helpful and accommodating, and it was just amazing. Yeah.
No,
a very big thank you to Sober House and all the people that were involved with this project. They did a magnificent job, absolutely magnificent. And to my sponsors. My sponsors are my office as well. Thank them.
No, well, I will reciprocate on behalf of Sobel. Thank you for taking the time to create this magnificent